settled and be able to find a place to do my videos and get.
So all your videos are going to be done from home still?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll find a good space, a good lighting to get it all done.
Brilliant.
So great. Really good.
He's so successful. I have to come and work for you.
So Guy, what first inspired you to become a stylist in the first place?
35 years in the business, was forced into hairdressing with no option except to go and work for my cousin. My mum forced me to go and work there. Didn't know if I would like it. Once I got into the business, I found it really amazing that people could actually change people's lives or actually decide on what would suit somebody. And it took me 4 or 5 years to understand that how people could do that, because that was amazing to me that somebody could cut hair and know how much to cut to make it suit somebody, because people can get the haircut and it always suits them. So to cut the right amount of hair off, I think is quite amazing because it's so specific.
Do you find if you completely transform someone and they love it, is that just an incredible feeling?
I think I can do that all the time now. But yeah, it is a great feeling. The best feeling is, I suppose, when that person comes back and tells you that people stopped them and asked them where they got their hair cut or coloured.
Okay, so you've trained to the peak of your profession. What keeps you inspired every day to keep going?
I don't think it's ever a peak because it's always evolving, so your goals change.
Yeah.
The aspect of the job is to be always progressive and always pass on information. So whatever I gather, the first people that I pass it on to is all my team.
Yeah. Is that why you love the kind of the education side of hairdressing?
I love the education because it's taken me to places where I would never go to around the world, between Japan, Taiwan, Sri Lanka, Pakistan, India, Hong Kong, Australia, South America. And that is always, every culture has a different educational point.
So, with hairdressing, do you think it's a science or an art? It's a very difficult question.
It's a science in technology, i.e. when we're doing a colour to achieve a certain result. It's a science in lines that we create where they suit and where they sit, the technical side of it, but it's an art to make that science fit that individual.
Yeah. So you always have to have the creativeness to be the art.
I think it's like a painting, you have the artist and you have the tools as being the paint. So that is a science, and the art is what the artist does.
So who are some of your personal heroes?
Is hairdressers or heroes?
I think hairdressers.
Hairdressers is Vidal Sassoon and Trevor Sorby, Tony and Guy. These are all idols. And a guy called Flint, who's passed away now as well. So they're people who created the actual things that we see today, or the techniques that we are governed by today.
Yeah, and those people who inspired you, in a way they've kind of taught you and inspired you, so do you hope to do that for people in the future as well?
I think we all do that anyway in time. I've been in the business 35 years, I've inspired a lot of people to become more successful than myself, and that is an achievement to me. A lot of things are personal, so I know what I've achieved, maybe a lot of other people don't know, but that's good for me. I'm happy with that outcome.
Yeah. And the people who you described as your heroes, do you feel that they've educated you and allowed you to pass that on as well?
Yeah, not personally, but I think through the images that they've created in the past to how I interpret those today, to develop and to evolve, definitely.
A lot of people say that fashion is something that really inspires hair, but do you think there's much more to it than that?
I think without hair you can't have fashion, without fashion you can't have hair, you can't have makeup, you can't have shoes, you can't have clothes. It's a combination of everything. If you know, things work together in harmony, so all those things being perfect, you create a great look.
So how is working with Regis different from other salons that you've worked with?
It's the largest company I've worked with. I was lucky to meet Jackie Lang, our director, and from there really I came into being in the position I am right now, and I'm really loving this position. I love my job, and it's evolving me into a different areas that I've never really been involved in. So my whole job is always forever changing for the better, luckily.
Well, it's been absolutely fantastic to talk to you. Thank you very much
It's a real pleasure.
For all your tips and advice and your expertise.
Thank you for having me.